Let's go ahead and call the Senate to order. Sergeant Arms will please secure the chamber doors. Members, please take your seats. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. President.
All right, Senators, on this very, very beautiful April 1st, we are so pleased to have Father Mark Bielek of St. John and St. Joseph Catholic Churches in Westminster, Maryland, guest of the distinguished senator from the 42nd District. Please rise for the invocation.
Let us pray. Gracious God, we come before you at the start of this day with humble hearts, in trust of the care of our state and its people. In this season of new life and hope, we are reminded of your ever-renewing grace and the promise that each day holds the possibility of transforming our lives, so that we might be a more fitting reflection of your presence in our world. Fill us with that hope and strengthen in us the courage to begin anew. Grant us wisdom as we deliberate, courage as we decide, and humility as we serve. Shine your light upon us, O Lord, that it may overcome every shadow of doubt, division, and fear. Where there is darkness in our hearts and in our communities, let your truth and love bring clarity and peace. Help us to walk as children of the light, guided not by self-interest, but by what is good and just and true. Help us to seek not division but unity, striving always toward that more perfect union to which we are called. Remind us that beyond differences of party, perspective, or place, we are bound together as one people, renewed each day by the opportunity to begin again. Teach us to see one another as brothers and sisters, worthy of dignity, respect, and compassion. May our words build up rather than tear down, and may our work reflect the renewal of spirit that comes from serving the common good. Inspire in us a spirit of self-giving, remembering that there is no greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. May we be willing to sacrifice our own interests for the good of others, serving with generosity and love. Guide us, O gracious God, in all we do today, that our service may honor you and bring new life, hope, and healing to all whom we serve. Amen.
Recognize the senator from the 42nd District.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Reverend Mark Bielek was born and raised in Baltimore. After completion of the Master of Divinity program at St. Mary's Seminary in North Baltimore, he was ordained to the priesthood at the Cathedral of Mary Our Queen in 2006. He's currently the pastor of St. John's and St. Joseph's Catholic Churches in Westminster and Taneytown. During this Lenten season, he has preached movingly about the importance of turning away from hatred and promoting reconciliation. I want to commend him for this morning's moving prayer, and I request that his prayer be journalized.
Without objection, Senator, most certainly we will journalize the prayer. Recognize the senator from Carroll County.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also want to welcome Father Mark here. The senator from District 42 and I were just glad that he could come. The St. John's Church is in District 5, but it serves the greater area that both of our districts, our constituents are in. And from doing a mobile mass during the early part of the pandemic to a number of other charitable activities, and also involved with the St. John's School there, Father Mark's just a great asset to our community, and just a wonderful example of Christian brotherhood and charity. So appreciate that he came in for the great prayer. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you. Excellent. Well, we will certainly journalize the prayer and thank the Father for joining us today, and appreciate his work in the community. Thank you very much. All right. Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 39 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland is now back in session. Let's recognize the senator from the 38th District for a resolution today.
Good morning, Mr. President and colleagues. I am absolutely thrilled that the Tree Farmers of the Year are from my district. John and Janice Warren with the Warren Tree Farm and our Worcester County Forester McGovern are here, and they are being recognized at the 2026 Maryland Tree Farmers of the Year. They have 350 acres of forest in the Snow Hill area, and they truly embody the spirit of sustainable forestry through their tireless work ethic and commitment to the land. And their roots go deep, pardon the pun here. The Warrens' connections to their woodlands spans over 4 decades, with Mrs. Warren's involvement all the way back to 1965. And for over 23 years, the Warrens have maintained their property as a certified tree farm, and they manage it with a dual focus on high-quality timber production and the preservation of wildlife habitat. And I can tell you that they're hands-on. As a matter of fact, they just extended an invitation that I can come visit, and are allowing me to bring my dad along as well, and we will schedule that as soon as possible. I also just wanted to mention that in their nomination, that the Warrens have been described as the benchmark for forest owners, and it's a testament to their zeal and the meticulous care they provide to their tree farm. And I'm absolutely humbled to recognize you with my colleagues, and so blessed that you're from the district. If we could read the resolution.
Clerk will read the resolution in full.
Be it hereby known to all that the Senate of Maryland offers its sincerest congratulations to Warren Tree Farm in recognition of being named the Maryland Outstanding Tree Farm of the Year for 2026. We commend your dedication in protecting the trees, forests, and natural beauty of our state. The entire membership extends its best wishes on this memorable occasion and directs this resolution be presented on this first day of April 2026.
Clerk will call the roll.
Mr. President,
Has everyone recorded their vote? If so, the clerk will take the call. To the wonderful representatives of the Warren Tree Farm, congratulations. The Senate of Maryland unanimously celebrates your being selected as the Maryland Outstanding Tree Farmers of the Year for 2026. Congratulations. Thank you all so much for joining us today. And thank you for the wonderful trees that we have on our, I guess they're not quite trees, saplings, seedlings, thank you. Yes, that's right, seedlings, of course, yes. So, and folks, if you do not foresee that you will be planting your seedling, we will certainly make sure to collect them, and we will make sure they are used in an appropriate place. So if you do not have a location readily available. All right, let's see, are there any introductions today? Introductions. Yes, recognize the senator from the 25th, followed by the senator from the 43rd.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, this year I've had the opportunity to host some great young interns, and they actually joined me on the floor this year. And so I just want to acknowledge each one of them. They've been doing some phenomenal work in our office. I want to start off with Sydney Virgil, who's a recent graduate of the University of Pittsburgh with a degree in political science. Then I want to go to Robert Johns, who's a junior at UMGC pursuing criminal justice. He wants to work for the CIA one day. Kendall Anderson, a freshman at the University of Maryland, College Park, studying public policy. You may know her by her mother, Judge Anderson. And so we also have Eric Amaya, who's in his final semester at the University of Maryland, College Park, completing his degree in public policy. I'd like you to welcome my team, these great young interns who are doing phenomenal work, and thank them for spending their time here with us in Annapolis this year.
Excellent, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your great work. Senator from the 43rd District.
Thank you, Mr. President. This morning I am joined by my family, my nieces, my grandnieces and nephew. Before you have Kara, she's a freshman in college. She wants to be a psychiatric nurse. You have Kylie, who's the one that actually texted me the other day and said, can we come visit you? And so she made all the arrangements. So we're watching this one. She's going to be a leader. So she's a sophomore and she wants to be an attorney. And Carter, He's in 4th grade. He's 10 years old. And from the very young age, Carter is like a photographer. He's always like figuring out all kinds of things. He's our technology expert. So I'm just asking the body to give them a warm Senate welcome and to let them know how, particularly this time of year, it's really important and happy that you're here to visit with me today.
Absolutely. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your aunt talks about you regularly, so she's very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Excellent. Yes, Senator from the 42nd.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two people on the floor I want to introduce to you. First of all, Ibrahim Patter. He's my shadow for the day. The third time he's been here. He's a junior at Gilman School. He's looking at Dartmouth and Amherst and Bowdoin, so he's obviously got good grades. Also, Sam Lawrence, who's my assistant chief of staff, who happens to be a parishioner with Father Bialik. So he was here to hear his minister pray this morning. Thank you.
Very good. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Senator from the 29th.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Colleagues, I'd like to introduce the doctor of the day. And Dr. Ann Benfield is here visiting us from MedStar and St. Mary's Hospital. We are happy to have her. Give her a warm Senate welcome, please.
Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Any further introductions? Any further introductions? If not, quick scheduling note today. We have we have some consent calendar, some second readers that we'll get through that'll be pretty quick. So we'll be pretty quick on the floor today. Speaker and I have agreed to meet this afternoon, and we've agreed that we're going to do some mutual third readers. We're going to do those because of all of the things that are happening with. We're going to do those tonight, so it's going to be around probably 5:30 or so. So just please keep that scheduling note in mind so that we can mutually move a few things for this afternoon. All right. After that, so we consider the reading of the journal from the prior legislative day. Let's go ahead and start with the second reading calendar. This is report number 17. Report number 17. Clerk will read the report.
Budget and Taxation Report number 17, Consent Calendar number 10.
All right. Recognizing Chair of the Committee.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move this calendar. All of these bills are exact crosses that passed the Senate unanimously.
All right. The senators move for the adoption of the favorable committee report for bills out of the Budget and Tax Committee on consent calendar number 10. Let's see. Please take a look, senators. Are there any bills that senators wish to separate out? Any bills to separate out? Seeing none, question is on the favorable report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted, and the bills on consent calendar number 10 are hereby ordered passed for third reading. Let's go to report number 18. Report number 18. Clerk, read the first bill.
House Bill 229, Chair Appropriations Committee, Maryland Transportation Authority, Revenue Bond Limit, Increase, favorable.
All right. Recognizing the senator from the 6th District as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 229 is the same bill of Senate Bill 188 that passed the Senate earlier this season. This Department of Bill increases the debt capacity of the Maryland Transportation Authority from $4 billion to $5 billion, subject to existing bond issuance requirement. This bill takes effect in July 1st, 2026. We move adoption of the favorable committee report, Mr. President.
Floor leader moves the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objection? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 229 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. I just forgot. What was today? Oh, April Fools. We're not coming back tonight. Every year. Come on. Every year everyone bites. Every year. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 266, Chair, Government, Labor, and Elections Committee, Department of Information Technology Investment Fund uses, favorable with one amendment.
Recognizing the majority leader is the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. You're quite funny. House Bill 266 is a departmental bill that authorizes revenues that accrue from resource sharing agreements to be used at the Secretary of Information Technology's discretion to support state-owned communications sites, communications facilities, and telecommunications equipment used in connection with resource sharing agreements, including program management for these activities, and there is one amendment. The amendment conforms the bill to the Senate cross-file, Senate Bill 85, which passed the Senate unanimously. I move adoption of the committee amendment and the favorable committee report.
Floor Leader moves to the adoption of the one committee amendment and the favorable committee report. On the amendment, any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the one committee amendment is adopted. Question now is on the amended report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the amended report is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 266 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 472, Delegate Feldmark, Income Tax, Theatrical Production Tax Credit Alterations and Sunset Extension, favorable.
Recognizing Chair of the Committee is the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is the, essentially the exact bill that we passed earlier this year on theatrical tax credit. The House Committee, Ways and Means, did make one change to put some limits on out-year dollars. We accepted their wisdom, and we are happy to move forward with this. So there are no committee amendments, and we move adoption of the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves to the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 472 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 607, the Speaker, Constitutional Officers, Salaries, favorable.
Recognizing Chair of the Committee is the floor leader.
This is, excuse me, this is the same bill that the Salary Commission put forward for the Attorney General, Comptroller, and Treasury of the Treasury, Secretary of State, and Treasurer for the upcoming term of office. There are no amendments. Adopt the committee report.
Floor leader moves to the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 607 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 810, Delegate Taylor, Study to Evaluate Blockchain-Based Real Property Lease, Title Recordation, Verification, favorable with one amendment.
Recognizing the resident expert on blockchain as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, this bill is the cross-file Senate Bill 168 we passed earlier this year that deals with blockchain. For those of you that might have forgot, I'll kind of give you a quick reminder of blockchain. What it is it's a system for recording information in a way that makes it difficult to change that information. It uses shared digital ledger that is shared amongst computers and many computers around the world. Each block contains data and is linked in a permanent way. And that forms a chain from each block. That chain keeps going as data is added. And it's a transparent and tamper-resistant way. So it's a way that they use it in cryptocurrency and others. And what we're trying to do is see if we can do it in real estate, and especially with leases and other things that we're having issues with. And what this bill does is we're trying to see, as you can see with property leases, where we've had issues with people that are coming in and making up fictitious leases, and it's hard to determine who actually has the lease and which one is right in the court system. This is going to be a study to look at that. There is one amendment that we did adopt that adds the Maryland Blockchain Association as an entity that SDAT must coordinate with in conducting this study. So with that, Mr. President, I move favorable on the report and the amendment.
Finally understand it. Finally understand it. Thank you.
Well, I do want to say, when I explained it last time, this was at a 30,000 explanation. When I did it last time, it was for myself and Senator for District 4. We're deep down in the much better understanding for us.
Understood. Uh-oh. Recognize Senator from District 4.
Mr. President, I'm so confused now. Last time we're talking about fingerprints. Now we're talking about blocks. I'll figure it out with him offline, but thank you.
Deal.
Okay, I was going to say, I can go into it if you want to understand the fingerprints of how you actually... Okay.
All right. On the one amendment, any discussion, any objections? Without objection, the one committee amendment is adopted. Question now on the amended report. Any discussion, any objections? Without objection, the amended report is adopted. Are there any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 810 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 1095, Calvert County Delegation, Calvert County Property Tax Credit, Tobacco Barns, favorable.
Recognizes Senator from Southern Maryland as floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. House Bill 1095 is a local Calvert County bill to grant by law a property tax credit to the real property that was formerly used solely as a tobacco barn. That is, if the real property is located on land that was subject to the tobacco buyout, or is located on land that qualifies for an agricultural use assessment and is used in connection with the activity that is recognized by the State Department of Assessments and Taxation as an approved agricultural activity. I move adoption of the favorable committee report.
Floor leader moves to the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 1095 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk will read the next bill.
House Bill 1142, Delegate Wilkins, Task Force to Modernize County and Municipal Revenue Structures, favorable.
Recognize the senator from the 45th as floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President and Mr. Chair. House Bill 1142 just simply sets up some level of a workforce, a task force in reference to revenue generation for our municipalities. There are no amendments, Mr. President, and move favorable with the adoption of the committee report.
Floor leader moves to the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 1142 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. Clerk, read the next bill.
House Bill 1165, Delegate Williams, State Procurement Apprenticeship Program Accountability and Completion, favorable.
Recognizing Vice Chair of the committee as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is identical to the Senate bill which passed to promote completion rates for apprenticeships in construction contractors with the state. There were no amendments, and I move the favorable report.
Floor leader moves to the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Are there any amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, House Bill 1165 is hereby ordered passed for third reading. We've got report number 2121. This is out of judicial proceedings. Clerk will read the bill.
Senate Bill 956, Senator Jennings, Maryland Transportation Authority Video Tolls Collection, favorable.
Senator from District 4, recognized as the floor leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Bill 956. This bill expressly authorizes the Maryland Transportation Authority to waive any portion of a video toll due or civil penalty assessed on any delinquent account, instead of the authority being authorized to do so only on delinquent accounts before it has been referred to the central collection unit or after it has been recalled from the unit. There are no committee amendments. I move the adoption of the favorable committee report, Mr. President.
All right. Floor leader moves for the adoption of the favorable committee report. Any discussion? Any objections? Without objection, the favorable committee report is adopted. Recognizing the chair of the committee has an amendment. Pages will collect and distribute the senator's amendment. Recognizing the chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a sponsor amendment. It adds one sponsor to the bill.
Sponsor the amendment. Sponsor amendment. Any objections?
Mr. President, I'd like to resist that amendment. No, April Fools. I'm just kidding. Thank you. It's favorable.
Right. Without objections, any objections on the floor? Without objection, the amendment is adopted. Any further amendments to the bill or its title? Seeing none, Senate Bill 956 is hereby ordered passed, printed for third reading. Printed for third reading. All right. That does it. Desk is clear. Desk is clear for what we're getting done today. Lots of committee work this afternoon because we are going to today's going to be a big committee day. We got to get as much out of committees as possible. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very long floor day. So keep that in mind. We are going to try to end on Friday at as reasonable and early a time as possible. So we're going to do whatever we can. So that's the real schedule. Tomorrow's going to be long. Friday, we're going to just try to get out as early as we can for Good Friday. So we want to accommodate everyone's various religious practices. So let's start with the Chair of Finance.
Thank you, Mr. President. Finance will meet at 1 p.m. for 18 bills and a bill hearing. No voting today. Thank you.
All right. Triple E.
Thank you, Mr. President. Triple E will meet at 1 p.m. for bill hearings, followed by a relatively short voting session.
Excellent. Budget and Tax.
1 o'clock, hearings and voting.
Excellent. Judicial Proceedings.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. The Judicial Proceedings Committee will meet today at 1 p.m. for bill hearings.
All right. Let's see. Any other standing committees? Select committees? Caucuses? Delegation? Yes, Chair of the Prince George's County Delegation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Prince George's Delegation will meet at 4 p.m. in the Neal Conference Room.
4 p.m., Prince George's. Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Yes, before we recognize the Senator from District 7.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise for a quick point of personal privilege.
Senator,
colleagues,
proceed.
Today, history is going to be made at 6:24 tonight. Artemis 2 is going to blast off. It's going to take humans back around the moon. We're not going to land. We're just going to take a quick lap around it. But the pride is the fact that myself and the intern sitting over, or the page, over Maeve sitting over there on the side of the wall, Reed Wiseman, the commander of that shuttle, or that it's not a shuttle anymore. I think we're 2 on a rocket. Reed Wiseman is a graduate of Delaney High School, a Baltimore County public school. I'm a graduate, and so is, well, Maeve, you haven't graduated yet. She's attending it. But when I was a senior and graduating, Reed was a junior. I don't remember him, but I do, I actually looked at my yearbook. I found it the other day, looked him up, and sure enough, he is there. But I just wanted to kind of point that out as, he's a Timonium, grew up in Timonium, Maryland, but he is a graduate of Baltimore County Public Schools that, went to the United States Navy, flew F-14s, but he is a Baltimore County Public School graduate that is taking man back around the moon, and just proud and wanted to say that and wish them all the best. Hopefully they do get that rocket off tonight at 6:24 and they don't delay it. They've delayed it a couple times, but just aim high. Let's get up there.
Excellent. Well said. Thank you. That's very exciting. Yeah, please. Able to do some great things in Maryland. It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Also, one other quick personal privilege note. Robin Armstrong, the wonderful and amazing Robin Armstrong, her daughter Bryce had a had a son yesterday. So our Senate family is growing. We don't have a name yet. They're debating on the names, but we're very pleased for her. Baby and Mama are doing great, and so we wish her a very huge congratulations. Any other notes? Any other notes for the good of the order? If not, let's please do a quorum call.
Mr. President?
Has everyone recorded their presence? If so, the clerk will take the call. With 45 members in the chamber and a quorum being present, the Senate of Maryland remains in session, recognizing the Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate of Maryland stand adjourned until Thursday, April 2nd at 10 a.m.
Without objection, so ordered. See you all tomorrow.